What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review with Mark and Mark here at the Mark and Kayla YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I love you. Remember, this is a movie review, so we're only releasing it when big things come out. So today we are reviewing the Justice League movie. So some of you are like, why is this such a big deal? The Snyder Cut, I don't really understand it. So I'm going to make this short and sweet as possible here. In 2018, I think it was 2018, the Justice League came out, directed by Zack Snyder, and then halfway through, sadly, his daughter Autumn committed suicide. So I might be botching some of this, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But from what I've understood and read about is he asked to put a pause to the movie, and Warner Brothers said no. So they fired him, and they brought in Butthead himself, Joss Whedon, and Joss Whedon finished out the movie. Apparently, only 20% of the movie was about done, and then he went and added the rest. And then multiple cast members, multiple crew members went out saying how there was disservice to the actual script. Zack Snyder's version is 100 times better. And people like Ray Fisher, who played Cyborg, he was cut out of the movie due to his skin color. And if you look at it, this movie was very culturally diverse. And in the Whedon cut, it's pretty much whitewashed. So there's a lot of speculation that Whedon did that because he doesn't like colored people, which is just disgusting. So, and there's a lot of other things about the movie, like he over-sexualized Wonder Woman. Every possible shot he could was either of her boobs, of her butt. He put Ezra Miller, the Flash, he put his face and her boobs at one point. None of that happened in the Snyder Cut. Not a single one, because that's not what it's about. And Joss Whedon's version is now officially completely no longer canon. It's not a part of the DCU. It's its own separate movie that they don't consider part of the DCU anymore. So that's really good stuff. So, a couple years ago, one of the first people to speak out about this movie was he had a side role, nothing big, nothing fancy, but he went out and said, I was in this movie, and you don't get to see it in the Whedon cut. So there is a Snyder cut out there. And due to the fans like myself and thousands and millions of others, we demanded a Snyder cut. So we finally got it, and I watched it last night. It is 4 hours long. Pretty much what this is a completely different movie from beginning to end. It's broken down to 6 chapters. And each chapter I just thought kept getting better and better and better. I thought the difference in tone, the way it was shot, the cinematography, the music, the acting, the writing, the dialogue, everything was just exponentially better. If I remember correctly, I think I gave the Justice League with Joss Whedon, I think I gave it like a 2.7. I hated it. I'll never watch it again. I'm only gonna watch it because I'm gonna make my sweet fiance finger. Look at it. I'm gonna make my sweet fiance watch all of them, and she has to watch it to appreciate how good the Snyder Cut is. So, a couple driving points for me. Number one, I'm gonna compare the two. Whedon's version, I hated the Flash. I thought he was the worst superhero that's ever been put on screen. I despised him. Like nothing about him I liked. I thought Cyborg was a whiny little baby. And then I thought the dialogue was absolute ass. Just awful. So bad. I mean, Batman was making jokes. Superman was making cheesy lines. Just like, I do this for justice. And he like punches. Like, it's just awful. Just abysmal, right? In order of what I thought was better about the Snyder Cut, I thought the Flash was phenomenal. Cyborg actually had a purpose, and he was awesome. And the dialogue had some of the best lines. Is that my hair? It's all messy right here. Oh my goodness. The dialogue was some of the best dialogue that I've ever heard Batman say, Wonder Woman say. All of these characters was their best. And it was fantastic to see Zack Snyder's version of this movie come to life. So I was actually talking to my buddy Brian about it this morning. There's nothing I would have changed about this movie. Nothing. I loved it. I will watch it again. I will sit down and watch the 4 hours. Sitting there for 4 hours, you're like, oh my gosh, it's so long. I dare you to do it because it will not feel like 4 hours when it's said and done. There's so many things, so many plot holes in the Whedon cut, like the bad guy's named Steppenwolf. Why was he there? What was his purpose? We didn't know. We had no idea. Superman, how did he really come back to life? Didn't really explain. He just came back to life because they dropped a mother box. What's a mother box? They don't explain it. All of this gets explained in the Snyder Cut, and it's fantastic. It makes sense. It's got weight behind it. It's called the Nightmare Sequence. Holy cow, so oh, that was, I think, the highlight of the movie for me. But I think the thing that makes me the most happy is for Zack Snyder. He's been through a really rough couple years with his daughter committing suicide and people hating on it because this is technically his movie. I mean, it was under his name. I'm pretty sure it was Zack Snyder's Justice League, and people are hating on it and hating on him and giving him a hard time. And it's actually, if we're gonna point the finger at anybody, in my opinion, even though it's Whedon was the director, you got to point the finger at Warner Brothers. They have handled so many things wrong. I don't want to get into it, but the Amber Heard thing with Johnny Depp, atrocious, just awful. She should not have any sort of job in Warner Brothers, but they hired her. She's still got her role for Aquaman as of now, Aquaman 2. You know, the cheesy dialogue, the terrible acting, the terrible marketing for the movie the first time it came out, not letting them delay the movie for Zack Snyder, just terrible. So if there's anyone to point the finger at, it's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, shame on you. You guys suck. You guys blow. But I'm also sitting here, when you watched the movie last night, you watched Joss Whedon's version. I'm almost certain Joss Whedon purposely fudged up. You can't make a movie as bad as you did unless it was on purpose. It makes no sense of how you can be where Zack Snyder's version is to where Joss Whedon's version is. It makes no sense. So I'm almost halfway certain Joss Whedon blew this on purpose. A couple other highlights. I'm going to say the music was fabulous. I'm a big music guy. They brought back Hans Zimmer's score from the Man of Steel movie, which is huge for me. I listen to it all the time. Listen to it in a workout constantly. Don't I, babe? She just nodded her head, yes. Batman was great again. I was really worried that he was going to be bad and have his cheesy lines. Not a single cheesy line got out of his mouth. He had one line that made me want to go run through a wall. It was awesome. I thought the fighting was awesome. My only bugaboo was there's a whole lot of slow-mo shots, which is fine. I mean, it worked for some people. I'm not a huge slow-mo guy, but whatever. It was fine. It was good to actually see Wonder Woman be badass again, because after her movie in 1984, I was like, is her character dead and done? No, she was back to the Wonder Woman we loved in the first one. My man Henry Cavill was shredded as always. Great storyline. We got to see Jared Leto's Joker, who was scary, terrifying, may I say. I know a lot of people didn't like his version. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. We got to see Deathstroke. That was cool. We got a name drop of Robin, the Boy of Wonder. Little spoiler here, but Jared Leto's talking to Batman. He's like, why would you send a Boy Wonder to do a man's job? Oh, hit you right in the feels there. But all in all, loved this. It's a 9. I'm going to give this one a 9.2. Fantastic. My only bugaboo, like I said, was there was a lot of slow-mo. Amy Adams is in it. Can't stand her. She drives me bonkers. It had Jesse Eisenberg. Can't stand him. Drives me bonkers. But other than those 3 little things, I really can't pick anything bad about it. Everything across the board was wonderful, beautiful, well done. The cinematography is just breathtaking. If you're someone that just likes watching good shot movies, this is the movie for you. You might not even like superheroes, but if you like good shot movies, this is it. So there's my review for the Zack Snyder cut. It was of Justice League. It was wonderful. Being able to sit there with my brothers and watch it was awesome. Like I said, 9.2. The villain made sense. The story made sense. It had a beginning, it had a middle, it had an end, and it had a purpose, and they hit it on every single note. That was big for me, and they did it. So Zach, well done, buddy. Happy for you. And there's my review, 9.2. So if you guys like what you're watching, please subscribe down below. If there's a movie coming out that I haven't reviewed that you want me to review that's coming out soon, or something that's already come out, just let me know. My next one, if you go over to the Happiest Podcast on Earth, is going to be Raya. I'm going to be discussing that movie. We watched that a couple days ago. Very good. And we have another Versus coming up. So stay tuned for the Versus. And that's it. That's all I got. I love you all. If you like what you're watching, subscribe down below. And stay tuned for some fun coffee stuff. I'm out.